What's up, Gemini? Okay, I'm going to explain the situation, why I'm laughing in just a second, but okay, so thanks for being here. It is time for Wealth and Abundance readings for June 2021. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So Lacey was sitting in front of me, like right in front of me, staring, and for some reason that just gets on my last nerve. So I was like, can you just go lie down somewhere and stop staring at me? So I'm in my living room doing this, right? So I have my sofa just over to the side here. So she just got up there and now she's lying down and staring at me from a different vantage point. And then I was just starting to press record. And meanwhile, I'm cracking up because like that is so not what I meant for her to do. But anyway, here she is. Here we are to do your June 2021 Wealth and Abundance Tarot card reading. Just keep in mind, this is a general read. I forgot where I was because I was cracking up about Lacey. I know some of you guys ask me to share pictures of her or whatnot sometimes, but I put her on social media because she's a medium-sized dog. She's 60 pounds and I can't hold her up to the camera. Okay, so we'll have a look at what wealth could be coming in for you, any abundance blocks, you know, all that groovy-doovy stuff. And I hate to hog the beginning of the video with a long intro, but I have to explain what's going down. It's about to go down, all right? So, and I'm sure, 7 of Wands. This is a very elevated feeling. It's like you have finally conquered some sort of situation, okay? That you had to really... How am I getting the words like fight your way out of a wet paper bag? There was probably something that you thought that was going to be really difficult, but once you started trying to do it, it turns out it was really quite easy to do. So this could be an investment plan, or I see that you guys could even have the potential to ask somebody for money, like an angel investor or... you know, a wealthy relative, something like that. You could hit somebody right on the sweet spot of timing. Get yourself a little bit of extra, you know, and when don't you need extra money? So this is what I'm seeing here. It's like, well, I can't do that. And for some of you, it could be a loan. If you are doing anything like a loan, I just really want to advise you guys to be super careful about doing stuff like that. There's hidden fees and interest rates and stuff, you know, so make sure you do your research when you are like borrowing money from anybody, especially a financial institution. Really be careful, you guys, if you're going that route, but if you've got a rich auntie or uncle so-and-so, and you've been considering asking them for help, this could be a really good time to do that. You know, it could be a really good time to get a little bit of extra help, especially if you're not in a position where you could otherwise earn this. Okay, so you are coming out on top here with the 7 of Wands, and you feel like it was going to be a battle, but it's like nobody can touch you right now. And chances are, if you go through some sort of a family connection, they might not even ask you to pay them back. They'll just say, oh, that's okay, dear. We wanted to give you a gift anyway. Yay. So you could try that, okay? And don't be afraid to ask people for money if you really need the money. You know, if you can't otherwise earn it. I'm just seeing a situation where you're going to have to ask someone for money and you'll do really well. Just be careful who you choose, okay? Just be careful who you choose in your family and for financial institutions, okay? And investigate as much as you can on their websites about their interest rates and penalties and stuff like that. Like, can you skip a payment? You know, just be smart, you guys. Don't let, because not having enough money to pay your bills or whatever you need it for, it can cause a real sense of urgency, and that's when things get sloppy. Okay, so you got to stay in control of the situation here too. So I kind of dig that this card came out after, because this is the 3 of Pentacles. So there's not very many I can't think of one other deck that I have where there's multiple characters in the Three of Pentacles. And these guys are all kind of just hanging out in the family castle. So this really is pulling me in the direction of seeing where money could come in from somebody from your family. And it could be a family member you might not even know about. And these guys are all looking very posh. And here you are, and you're like, Uncle, do you have any extra money? And he's like, sure, yeah, let's just get that pentacle down from over top of the fireplace. I don't know where that accent came from, or lack of accent, but there's a really strong family connection for you guys to be able to come into money, whether you're asking for it or not, is what I'm getting here too. So you might not have a situation where, you know, you're facing an eviction or there's no food in your fridge. Some of you might be. There's also resources for that, you guys. Like, don't be shy to look for food banks and stuff like that. Like, if you guys are not doing very well financially, and I've been there, you guys, I just want to, like, full disclosure. I've been in a situation where, you know, I basically had nothing, really. So there are resources, and I know sometimes people are they feel embarrassed or whatever to go and use those resources, but that's why they're there. And you can always give back at another time, you know, when you're a little bit more flush yourself. But I do see this impending gift coming in from a family member, and I think for some of you, you might not even know them, which is really interesting. Oh, and here she is. Here's that family member, okay? This is the Queen of Wands. She's very obviously well-to-do. She does take care of herself. Could be a family member of your significant other. This is very interesting. Or for those of you with blended families, okay? If you have... Okay. All right, so I'm getting a lot of information all at once. It's like somebody's just doing a verbal dump from one of my spirit guides. If you have any one of these scenarios, okay, if you're like fostering a child, or you have adopted a child, or you have a blended family and you have stepchildren, any sort of scenario around that. Remember, I was saying it could be somebody that you don't really know, like a family member that you don't know. It could be the tie that binds is one of those like family scenarios with the blended family. And I consider all of those like a blended family. So family is family. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter if they're living at home or not, okay? So they don't have to be little kids. It's just somebody that was on the real like extreme periphery of the family that, again, I really don't think any of you had any sort of clue about them. It's kind of like when Braveheart's uncle came in. You know, he was like, oh, who are you? Oh, I'm your uncle, what was it, Lachlan or something like that? I can't remember, even though that's one of my favorite movies of all time. So it is really kind of that, you know, I am coming in to rescue you sort of a scenario. They could have just emigrated here. Is that the right word? Immigrated? It's also really interesting too. What I'm seeing here is that they could have been detained somewhere for a lengthy period of time. But at the end of the day, they have a ton of cash, okay? And now they're here, and they're so happy to have a family that they're probably going to directly bequeath financial support to the children, but also make sure that you are taken care of, okay? Give you some sort of a trust fund. This is very fascinating to see this because it's such a intricate scenario. So you might get one of those messages or emails or phone calls. You know how we used to get those faxes way back in the day? Hey, I'm a prince from whatever country and I have $10 million, but I need to put it into your bank account. Send me all your details. And people did it. Anyway. So it's going to have that kind of a vibe. You're going to go to your partner or ask your parents, or have you ever heard of auntie or uncle so-and-so, and they'll be like, oh, that name sounds familiar. So they might go through a photo album or something like that, and you guys will find this person. Okay, so you'll know that they're legit. They're not trying to rip you off. They're just at this point in their life where they would like to help the next generation of their family. And I think for a lot of the people that are coming in, they were detained in some sort of way. And they could have hidden money. And now they want to help you and your family. So I would be really prepared for somebody, or to go to somebody. I'm seeing like different timelines, right? I'm seeing so many different possibilities of timelines right now. It's really a lot when I get all of that information from my spirit guides. But at the end of the day, there is somebody very close to you, like blood related, but probably unbeknownst to you, it has a little bit of a financial gift. Okay, well, I'm going like rambling like crazy, so I'm going to wrap it up, and I really hope this works out for you guys. And love and light. Take care. Bye.